As citizens prepare to participate in the town hall meeting on the construction of the new Bastia High School on the Bastia Valley Aquifer, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Education Shawn is staunchly defending the project. The opposition, St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party, has opposed the construction of the school on the proposed site, citing building on the aquifer could contaminate water storage and affect the water supply of the island. The government has argued to the contrary, stating that measures have been taken to protect the aquifer. Speaking on radio talk show Issues on Freedom Radio last Thursday, Minister Richards defended the decision to build on the aquifer.
Right next to where the Bastia High School is supposed to be built, you have mechanic shops located right there. I'm sure you have traversed the area. You see them. And so you have diesel and all, oils and all sort of things being dumped into the soil. And those are the issues that we should be concerned about. And how do we intend to address those particular issues? The report speaks to the fact that you have so many homes being built on the aquifer. And it is only a matter of time that you're going to have seepage from feces, etc., into the aquifer. The government ain't putting a septic tank over there on the site because the new way of thinking, the new technology, etc. It says that you can do things differently. I said the whole of Miami is on an aquifer. The whole of Miami on an aquifer, but when you go there, you see sewage treatment plants, etc. in place because you have to mitigate against those particular issues.
The minister slammed the opposition, saying the construction of the school has become a political matter.
But the project entailers, the housing project entailers, Cromwell Williams, who was then in charge of the water department when that housing project was being pursued, he said to the government back then that you're locating these houses not 1,000 feet from the closest well, but I think it's about 200 to 300 feet from a well in the very same tailor's area. He said to them, if you're going to do it, put in a sewage system. Otherwise, you're going to run the risk of contaminating the aquifer, contaminating that particular water well. The government built the houses, and to date, no sewage system is in there. And you don't hear the persons complaining about that neither then or now. Now here it is, a school is being built 1,000 feet away from the closest one. 1,000 feet away from the closest one. All of the necessary precautions are being taken to mitigate against the risk. But you have persons saying there is something wrong with it. Persons who are not experts. Many of them, they are not experts.
Meanwhile, Mr. Richards was asked about Environmental Impact Assessment, EIA, which he said will be available at the Office of the Planning Department and the Ministry of Education at the Cable Building in Bastia for public viewing.
Reading of the report and persons being able to access it is governed by the Development Planning and Control Board Act. I don't remember which year it is. And as such, that is what is being adhered to at this particular point in time. I do agree that we are now in a different age, and perhaps the act needs to be looked at to determine how do we go forward to ensure that in terms of accessibility, that more persons can access it, because we are now in the age of the internet, etc. Persons aren't allowed to copy it. What I have noted is there are persons who have come, they have jotted down notes. I suppose there's some who probably will come with their cell phone and take pictures, etc.
Right, so I was referring to that. So they could come and snap.
As far as I'm aware, there is nothing preventing anyone from doing that.
The town hall meeting for the construction of the new Bastia High School will be held at the Tucker Clark Primary School on Wednesday night, May 29th. I'm Andre Huey for SKN Newsline.